because we do get the damage off 7 to their face and we make 3 treasure tokens. Ziatora is going to swing in for 8 and we're going to sacrifice Ziatora and fight, baby. Ziatora to your face. Boom. And that is some incineration. Ladies and gentlemen, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. Before we dig into the deck, make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this and it does help out the channel tremendously. I'd really greatly appreciate it. But let's go ahead and dive right in. We have Ziatora fighting. That is right. We got the fight rigging. So obviously we know what this does. As long as you got a power 7 or greater, you're gonna go ahead and cast a little card that you snag for free. But Ziatora the Incinerator. So I absolutely love this. A lot of Golgari fight rigging. We kind of know what this does. We got the Shakedown Heavy. We got the Pugnacious Hammerskull. Obviously we just have 6 power here. Archfiend of the Dross. So we got 3 targets with the fight rigging. But why are we running the Jund version? There's 3 reasons why. The first reasons, obviously, Ziatora. So at the beginning of your end step, whenever you sacrifice another creature, you're going to deal that damage to equal to its power to any target, and you create 3 treasure tokens. So this creates like a little like explosion-y mid-range combo type thing that is kind of unparalleled. I mean, if you get a Ziatora, that means usually you have Ziatora from a fight rigging, and then you have like a Pugnacious Hammerskull, a Shakedown Heavy, or an Archfiend of the Dross, and then you get another 6 to 7 damage, and then you create 3 treasure tokens. Now, these 3 treasure tokens, again, are usually not dead because we have the Restless Vents. Again, we are running the Jund version, so the Jund version, it's so good. The Restless Vents and the Restless Cottage, there are a lot of times where these kind of will just like finish up the game. And with those treasure tokens, it just really allows you to really push for that next turn. And even if you don't, again, why are we running Jund? Callous Sell-Sword. Now, this can also set up for Ob Nixilis because we don't really have a whole lot of board presence on the early game. So we have you as a 2/2 body that we can use, or obviously we just use Burn Together. We just fling our huge creature. We can fling a Ziatora. We can fling a Shakedown Heavy, Archfiend of the Dross. The fight rigging is going to boost up all of our powers. So we can just fling for that extra damage and really push for the game if need be. And last but not least, we got Ob Nixilis, just because, you know, obviously we've got, you know, if you got fight rigging, everything's going to have 7 power. So you just have Ob Nixilis, and a lot of times you're just going to be able to create an Ob Nixilis token with 7 loyalty counters, and then you can just go for the -7 immediately. Plus, Control has a hard time with this. So fight rigging decks have a hard time versus Control because they just have like spot removal. They just have all these different things. So Ob Nixilis is a Control killer, and we make life hell for them. March of Wretched Sorrow, we got 4 of these just because, like, you know, life gain. And there's a lot of different things that we can do with March of Wretched Sorrow. I just feel like it's a decent little flex card, and we do have a lot of, like, the early game is not prevalent, so we have to really make up for it for our explosive Incinerator in Ziatora. And even when we do sacrifice things, we got Virtue of Persistence to kind of bring it all back, and with the treasure tokens that we generate with Ziatora, it's no big deal. Ziatora the Incinerator, absolutely amazing card. Cannot wait to get into this one. Consider joining the channel. That would really help me out as a content creator, and I appreciate that a lot. Get ready to subscribe if you have not already. Without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Sailorcraft, how we doing here? We got the fight rigging and we got 2 fight rigging targets, so I think it's gonna be an easy keep and we'll kind of rock and roll with it. I've never actually seen those sleeves before, so gosh dang, I always get a little jealous. Let's go and drop our Restless Vents down. Big fan of all the Restless creature lands, honestly, but yeah, they prematurely play down the Virtue of Loyalty. Still a little bit too slow. We are on the draw as well, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but we got a fight rigging, and now we got 2, so I think we'll be okay. And a wedding announcement token-y type of deck is like the worst thing you can play against like us, because we obviously have like that more like combo-y type stuff. Ziatora, I mean, yeah, let's just go for Ziatora. We got Ziatora the Incinerator. Always love that card. My favorite of the new Capenna mobs, I think. Mob, whatever you call them, I guess. But yeah, okay, so the Restoration of Vagandra comes out. Not that big of a deal. We're only down to 16. They've got a wedding announcement, so they have a lot of card advantage. But what they don't have is the kind of combo power that we have. So let's just go for the Archfiend of the Dross. And, well, maybe we should go for the Shakedown Heavy. Nah. Let's just make full transparency, full mana efficiency, and we drop Ziatora the Incinerator. Now, this is, we have to sacrifice it. I think I'm going to do it because we do get the damage off 7 to their face, and we make 3 treasure tokens. Feels pretty good, especially because we do have Virtue of Persistence. We've got a Shakedown Heavy and another fight rigging. I mean, I think we're going to be okay here. So they don't get rid of our Ziatora, which is wonderful. So we can actually use Ziatora to swing in again and just deal some more damage. I think we're looking pretty gosh darn good here. Got 3 treasure tokens now. Another land. So we can go for, what we do? We go for fight rigging, shakedown heavy. I think we do. Yeah, let's go for Shakedown Heavy and just go for a fight rigging. We only have to use 1 of our treasure tokens, and we're actually going to get 3 more treasure tokens so that we can go for Virtue of Persistence, Hideaway 5. What are we rocking with here? I guess we could go apply for Gix's Command, considering they do have the treasures or the tokens out, and they're Aquazats. Should I use this? We're going to be able to get off the Gix's Command, so let's go ahead and do this. Just to kind of, that's going to be the only thing that's living, because it's 2 or less, and then the most powerful thing. Fight rigging on the Ziatora, and I think this is a good game. So Gix's Command, swipe the board, sacrifice. I actually don't even think I even have to swipe the board. They're tapped out. This is crazy. I think this is like the most that we could ever pop off with. Ziatora is going to go ahead and kill you. Aquazats is going to go bye-bye. Ziatora is going to swing in for 8, and we're going to sacrifice Ziatora and fight, baby. Ziatora to your face. Boom, and that is some incineration. El Casara, how we doing here? Let's go ahead and mulligan that away. We got, Ob Nixilis. Well, we'll get rid of at least 1 of the Ob Nixilis. I am only running 2, and we have no red sources here, so this is pretty much a gross starting hand, but let's give it a go. We are on the draw, so that'll help out a little bit. We still can go for our Shakedown Heavy, so, it is what it is. Let's see what we got here. Consider, alrighty. No big deal. Nothing that we have already haven't considered. And let's go for, yeah, I mean, pretty obvious here. Hopefully they don't have a counter, but even, fight rigging. Okay, so there we go. So we're already looking kind of okay. We can sit down the fight rigging for next turn. Even if they do counter the Shakedown Heavy, it is what it is. Curate, Surveil 2, draw a card. That's not a counter spell, and no counter spell equals we're going to play down the Shakedown Heavy, so that's pretty awesome. Okay. Let's see what we're playing against here. I have not seen Curate in a long while, so I mean, is this mono blue? Is it gonna be like Haughty Jin kind of stuff here? As long as we can get down the fight rigging, I mean, we'll just keep the pressure on. I think we'll be looking okay. So, okay, so I'm actually gonna go, the Skullspore Nexus is really awesome because, man, it's close. Because the thing is like, we can just cast this. It's close. I want to kind of go for the Skullspore Nexus because even if they do bounce the Shakedown Heavy, like, we can just cast this. So make this appear. I guess they would have done that on the Nexus as well. So let's go ahead and swing in here. I would assume they let us draw. They do. Okay. But like what the Skullspore Nexus is so awesome is because you still have the opportunity to cast it for 2, even if they bounce it. Like, they don't know that they want to bounce it beforehand, if that makes any sense. So if you get another land, they can't hold up and make disappear, and they wouldn't know to bounce the Shakedown Heavy, because that way we can only cast it for 2. I think I made sense there. Maybe sometimes my thoughts don't really articulate well. It kind of sucks that we have the Restless Vents. Even if they do have a make disappear, we're gonna have to just drop it. Oh, out of air. Okay, so this is a funky deck. They're running some pretty off-color stuff here, but that's okay. So if the Shakedown Heavy, just swing in, get our card draw. I think this is okay. Next turn, we can probably go for Ob Nixilis. I mean, control decks hate Ob Nixilis because they can't even counter both of the Ob Nixilis on the stack. Tolarian Terror. Okie dokie. So 5/5. Okay, so they definitely are like I would assume some sort of Haughty Jin Terror deck, but they are running some weird counter spells that I don't really know. I don't really know what this deck is capable of. I guess we'll swing in. Swing in and take our card draw if we can. So they got 4 cards in their hand, and we have, well, now we have 6. So still looking pretty good here. I guess we'll go down for the Shakedown Heavy. We could go for Ob Nixilis, but Thirst for Discovery. Oh man. I mean, they are tapped out, but I don't think we really have the resources to go for them. We actually don't, so we can't pay the ward cost, even if we were to like kind of exile and everything from our hand. So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to stay put. That is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, I'm assuming there's the Haughty. Okay, there's the Haughty. See how naughty the Haughty can get. We got the Tolarian Terror. Another Terror. Ooh, okay, so this is gonna be a little close. So now it becomes, do I want to go for Ob Nixilis? Because, like, I mean, I don't know if I can really protect it. Now Ob Nixilis is looking a little rough. Okie dokie, so they are playing. I swear they always catch me mid-drink of water. I get a drink of water while they rope us, but, I guess we'll go ahead and trade. I guess we might as well. Sure. I guess we might as well. Kind of sucks, but they can kind of remove us from the Shakedown Heavy stuff. So we get our Callous Sell-Sword. Big fan of that card. I think it can definitely push games. Nothing seems too amazing here. I guess we'll just try to cast an Archfiend with the Dross. So we do kind of get around to make this appear. Don't think they're going to sacrifice any of their creatures this way. And I guess we'll just swing in with the Shakedown Heavy. We might as well take our draw. I guess we will. I guess Fading Hope is fine. Not optimal, but it's fine. Okay. I am tempted to go for the Sell-Sword and just kind of pop it for this Haughty Djinn, but probably not going to do that. I guess we could go for the March of Wretched Sorrow as well. You know, actually, March of Wretched Sorrow is not looking terrible, especially if we're not looking to go for the Ob Nixilis. I guess we might as well. It's close. If I'm going to do it, I would do it now before they draw into another card, which is like another potential protection spell. But I don't think I'm really ready to push it just yet. So Moment of Truth, they've got one card in their hand. I guess this is the Moment of Truth. They've got one card in their hand. I guess we'll use March of Wretched Sorrow, and we can use this and pay. We are a little awkward. I can't really cast it for 4. I guess this is going to have to be 5. Because it's the same thing as not. So, yeah. We're going to have to exile 2 cards either way. So, it might as well be 5. Is what it is. We at least get a little bit more life this way. And let's see if they have a counter or like a Slip Out the Back or Fading Hope or anything really. Oh, okay. Soaring City. It's okay, I guess. I guess they do kind of burn a lot of mana there. They do save the Haughty Djinn, which ultimately is not optimal. And now they got a Moment of Truth. But this, I mean, it really isn't that bad. Alright, so they can't even cast the Haughty, so that's good. The Tolarian Terror is not going to swing in on the Archfiend. This is actually kind of okay here. We're actually looking kind of okay. The only bad thing is with the Archfiend with the Dross, we obviously are on a clock now. Ooh, and we get a Sell-Sword. That is wonderful. That's really, really good. Let's drop another one. We're already on the clock, so these oil counters are ticking. Let's swing in. These are what was that? What's that called? The Raven. The knocking on my chamber door. Edgar Allan Poe. These oil counters are ticking on my chamber door. I don't have a chamber door, but they are knocking. They're knocking somewhere. So this is actually kind of okay. Thirst for Discovery. This is why I love the Sell-Sword and I love the Jund style of like the fight rigging deck, because the Sell-Sword can push for the game where otherwise we would be struggling. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We do have these oil counters going off these things, so of course, gotta be a little careful here. And another March of Wretched Sorrow can't hurt. Definitely can't hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is actually pretty good. We can go for March of Wretched Sorrow, and we can go for 4, and we'll still have enough to fling with the Sell-Sword here. So let's just do this. Keep open a red. I'm looking at you, Auto Tapper. I'm looking at you, Auto Tapper. Make sure we got a red. Slip out the back. That's actually okay. I think we're good. Let's swing in. Bang, bang. And we go for the Sell-Sword to pop for lethal. No counter spells. Callous Sell-Sword. This is why I love the Jund version of this deck. We can push for damage where otherwise the Golgari version can't. And we take it. Haughty Djinn. Goodbye. Choco Chip Melon Pon. How you doing? Okay, well, looking good here. Looking pretty good. Let's go in for the Restless Cottage. Just kind of set up our stuff here. The Skullspore Nexus hasn't really made an appearance yet, but I mean, we can kind of get that going. Double Restless Cottage is fine. Obviously, the Restless Cottage, our opponent even running the Restless Cottage. The Restless Cottage, in my opinion, is by far the best creature land. I do think that the Restless Vents is kind of, is up there, and so is the Anchorage. Just because Control obviously likes those decks, those lands as much as anyone. But let's go for the Shakedown Heavy. Pretty obvious here. And now we do have the Skullspore Nexus costing 2. Don't think we're going to go into that just yet, but it's always an option. Duress. Oh, no. Maybe they get rid of the Gix's Command. Or they get rid of the Skullspore Nexus. I don't know. The nice part about the Skullspore Nexus is that when we swing in, if they choose, we'll know. Like, if they oh, wow. They actually are not. Wow. I was really expecting the Gix's Command, but okay. Map token. No big deal there. Aclazotz. Yeah, this kind of sucks. I think I am just going to have to take it. Well, I don't know. It has Vigilance. It has 4 power. I guess I kind of have to trade with it. We do have a lot more firepower where that came from. So now let's go ahead and drop down our Restless. The Restless Vents has to come in tap no matter what. So we'll just go ahead and drop that. And drop the Shakedown Heavy. Just so we can kind of get the Restless Vents down. This is okay. We still have an Archfiend of the Dross. We have the Gix's Command. Gix's Command can just return our big heavy boys. So, like, I think we're looking okay here. Let's see here. What else we got? Another nameless city. Well, if they don't go, if they have another. Oh no! And we got a fight rigging. That is absolutely wonderful. We could go for Gix's command, but I think just going for the fight rigging is probably going to be the best move. Let's go ahead and hit the fight rigging. Let's see what we got. Oh, more fight. Okay, well, that's fine. That's not the end of the world. We'll cast more fight rig. Oh, they don't even let us have our fun. Oh, come on. Drum Hunter, how are we doing here? Looking good. We do have 2 restless lands in our hand, which isn't always optimal. But I guess we'll go ahead and drop the Restless. Well, obviously, we're dropping the Restless Cottage, but turn 2 is always a little bit peculiar. Ooh, now that we have the Ob Nixilis, I am actually not going to drop the Restless Vents. Now, I know it sucks because the Restless Vents has to come and tap no matter what, but if we go for the Sell-Sword, I think having some sort of presence on the battlefield does kind of help, because if they do get rid of it, we burn one of their removal spells, and if they don't, then we have fodder for the Ob Nixilis. I don't know what I want to do here. If I want to just jam the fight rigging, we are on the draw as well, so I mean, presumably they have some sort of something going on here. Haven't played a card yet, but they're playing Rakdos. Ooh, Ziatora's Proving Ground. So this is Jund versus Jund, and they have not played anything yet, which is very strange. That's very strange. Okay, let's swing in here. I mean, typically, like, Jund, Rakdos, Red, I mean, like, you know, I'm actually not going to go for the Ob Nixilis here. Let's just kind of play it safe. Let's just play it real slow. I also don't want to get, like, if they're playing, like, a slower red deck, I am very nervous about, like, a Brotherhood's End or something like that. That could kind of sweep all of our Ob Nixilis, and I don't really want to give the Sell-Sword for that reason, so Virtual Persistence is fine. Now I am feeling a little bit dumb just because of that, but we still go for the Archfiend or the Dross. Yeah, this is fine, especially with the Gix's command. We can kind of bring back our creatures, and we can also get rid of the get back the Sell-Sword for a fling if need be. And Bitter Triumph. Okay, so maybe I played that a little bit too passively. Maybe I should have just gone straight in for the Ob Nixilis. Maybe that was a little bit too living in fear. Hindsight's 20/20, but it is what it is. Okay, what's the play here? Do I just go for the Shakedown Heavy? I think I kind of do. Just throw down the Shakedown Heavy. Let's shake him down heavy. No removal spell this time, so that's nice. And again, just going for the fight rigging. It always is a, I don't know what we're playing against. Like, what is this actually? Just kind of like a rampy Jund. I don't know. I can't even call it ramp. I mean, it's got Ironcrag, but I don't even know what we're playing against. Just kind of some removal spells until they really drop some sort of hammer. Cruelty of Gix. Okay, so if they don't do the speed ahead, which they do not, which feel creature or planeswalker, we only have one. It's just going to be the Ob Nixilis, so Ob Nixilis is going to go bye-bye. So that kind of sucks. Because Ob Nixilis, we do get to sacrifice our big creatures here, but we also have the fight rigging. They can't get rid of the fight rigging, and now they're kind of tapped out. So this is nice. We get a free fight rigging. We do not have to worry about one little mountain doing anything to our big... Ooh, we get a Ziatora the Incinerator. And again, because we do have, like, you know, Gix's command, I might want to go for... The only problem with Ziatora is we do have to sacrifice it, but I still think it's worth it. Again, because you see we've got Gix's command, we've got Virtue of Persistence, so doing this damage, plus they might just like say no. They might just remove it from combat, have us draw a card. So instead of that, Ziatora just uses the Incineration ability. Let's go, just strike down your face for 7, and then we get 3 tokens on top of it. Pretty good. Even if they do get rid of Ziatora, we dealt 7 damage to your face, and we have 3 tokens, and now we can just kind of set up for Virtue of Persistences. We can always get it back with the Gix's command, and I don't know. I think Ziatora is like... I'm liking this a lot. As far as fight rigging goes, obviously fight rigging isn't always like perfectly consistent, but looking pretty good. Alright, so Cruelty of Gix, touch your library for a card, and they're going to lose 3 more life this way, so I would figure they pretty much have to get rid of the Ziatora. Alright, so down to 7 they go. Chandra, Hope's Beacon. What's the play here? Hold on, what's the play? Chandra, what are you going to do here? Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. So they could go for like the Throat or something like that. The problem here that is really not good. Virtual Persistence. Ooh, and then they get 2 of them now. That is a double whammy. That's a double whammy, because now not only do they gain that, but they also gain the 11 life. So now our Restless Cottage and our Restless Vents is kind of not really that strong anymore. So that is really unfortunate. So now I gotta make a decision. Like, what do I really want to do? Oh man, I mean, they are... I can't even swing down the Chandra because he's got 7. Well, I guess I have fight rigging, so I could, but I actually don't even have enough mana to go for the cottage and the vents, even with the treasure token. So dang, this is a really rough spot. That Chandra really saved him. I guess we'll just slam down the Virtue of Persistence. They're playing only red and black, so I don't think they really have any colors to really deal with this. I know the Cruelty of the Gix is gonna snag probably our Ziatora. Oh, this is not great. What was the alternative there? I don't think we really have one. If we could kill Chandra with the Restless Cottage and Vents or something like that, that definitely would have been on the table. But yeah, they, oh no! Alright, so they steal our Ziatora. Oh my god. That, I don't know. I'm not feeling so good about this. Ziatora! My beauty! What are you doing on the other side? What? Oh my gosh, alright. Maybe we can fight through this. We still have the fight rigging, so maybe we can fight through this. Chandra. Okay. Exile the top 5 cards of your library. You may oh my god, you may cast instant sorcery. This is gonna get nasty, isn't it? Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they can't go in for the Breach of the Multiverse from their hand because they only had 6 open. But they can go for the Trumpeting Carnosaur, Brotherhood's End. Okay. So I was, you know, kind of on that earlier in the match. I did kind of think of that. But let's see, they don't take the Ziatora. That's kind of nice. So if we get like we got 11 life. Just trying to think if there's any sort of way we can like maybe get like ahead here. Then we're gonna have to go in for the Archfiend of the Dross. That makes perfect sense. Sure. I do have the March of Wretched Sorrow. Okay. I wish Ziatora had a higher had more attack because. I'll give him a thinking. This is going to have to take a little bit of thinking here, because if I go for Gix's command... have you sacrifice... If I go for Gix's command, have you sacrifice something, we can kind of get you to lose 2 life for each thing with the Archfiend. So I think we're probably better off just going for Virtue. We do gain a little bit of life, and I think we might need life, and we hold up March of Wretched Sorrow this way as well. They lose 2 life, go down to 9. That sucks, though. I go for March of Wretched Sorrow. I can't deal enough to the Trumpeting Carnosaur, because even if I exile both of my cards here... Oh, that sucks. Even if I exile, I'm just trying to think here. If I exile both of my cards from my hand, I have a treasure token, I can deal 4. So if I draw another black card, but now the Chandra Hope's Beacon is going to do something else too. But we do have the Virtue of Persistence as well. Yeah, here it is, Breach the Multiverse, and this is not good. Let's see here. So they got Breach the Multiverse, and they get to cast it essentially twice, which is absolutely horrible. So they get back my Ziatora. Ziatora, you just she's the Incinerator. You can't contain her. I can't blame her. Burn down the house. Okay, I don't think they really want to burn down. Okay, so hey, this is actually not that bad. So they go for this. Go for some 1/1s. Hopefully they don't get anything super crazy here. Because if I can go for Gix's command and just blow up their little 1/1s, I mean, that could just be lethal with the Archfiend of the Dross. So maybe if we get another... I haven't even checked my graveyard yet, but maybe if there's another Archfiend of the Dross and they don't have anything super crazy and remove my own, I can go for Gix's command, swipe the board, and we can just deal damage that way. So let's see what they take for the... They got 2 Breach of them. I mean, this is brutal. This is pretty rough. But I do have another... I have an Everlasting Virtue of Persistence. So hopefully... Oh, and they steal... Oh, gosh. They steal our Archfiend of the Dross, which sucks. They probably are aware. And they actually do see the Gix's command here. Like, they do have the eyeball on it, so they did see it. I kind of forgot already where it was from. Pugnacious Hammerskull. That's okay, as long as we don't have removal. Trumpeting Carnosaur, so 1 more free exile type spell. Oh no, and they have the Edict. Not the end of the world. I guess we just sacrifice it. They don't have lethal this turn. We lose 2 life from you. That sucks though. That removal spell is everything. And exile another. I don't know why they're doing this though, just because I think they're tapped out, right? They're tapped out. Okay. I wanted to get 2 Archfiend of the Drosses onto the battlefield That would have really sealed the deal. This is fine. I mean, we're just taking a little... this is fine. I could go for... I think I have to keep the March of Wretched Sorrow, though. I think I have to keep it. Well, yeah, no. Because, like, what can I really do? I think our win condition is just going in for a Gix's Command. I'm kind of playing around with this. If I exile 2, deal some damage, gain some life. Gaining life doesn't do anything. I think our only hope... is to bring back the Archfiend of the Dross. Okay, down to 19 we go. Or 12. Can't forget the big boy in the end there. So Ziatora is going to go ahead and hit... that. This is fine. And... I think that we're not out of this yet, though. 6. I want them to play down a little creature. Play down a little creature. I want you to play down a little creature just so we can swipe you. So we still have a chance here. My turn. All right. So I think we'll just we have 2. This sucks so bad. That removal spell was everything because now we can have double Archfiend of the Dross. Ooh, we have the Drivenod. The Drivenod, unfortunately, we just don't have enough to really play it with the Gix's Command. So. Oh, this is brutal. I can... Hold on. If you go for... We have enough for a Gix's Command and a March of Wretched Sorrow with a power of X equals 4 if we exile the Shakedown Heavy and our Drivenod here, but we're just going to come up short. Oh my gosh, we're going to come up short. So each opponent sacrifices a creature. This is going to deal 4, right? So we're going to swipe the little 1/1s here. And they're going to have to sacrifice. This is brutal. I don't think we're going to make it. I don't think we're going to make it. So you're going to deal 3 to my face. And with the March of Wretched Sorrow... Boom, boom, boom. Yep, they're going to go down to 1. This, I think we're locked out. I think we're going to lose this, unfortunately. So they go down to 1. I have March of Wretched Sorrow. Even if I exile these 2 cards, they don't have anything worth 4. So let's go ahead and do this. Swing in. Well, oh, removal. So this whole thing was actually just, I was going to say, because even if they have removal, we could just flash this in at instant speed, go for March of Wretched Sorrow, and we could do this now. That's it. They didn't even have to have removal, though. They didn't have to have removal. But now that we have they do have the removal, we don't have enough to flash this in for a strong enough ability. They go for Goku. Let's give them a good game. That was a really good game. We saw our own Ziatora against us twice, but we just fell short. But good game. Yep. Yeah. Dang, that is a bummer to lose, but it was a fun game. I had fun. They clank us up. Shout out to Drum Hunter. We'll let you finish it out. We came this far, so we'll let you finish it out. Boom, 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 boom. GG's. Jun, how we doing here? Okay, so Jun, we are playing Jun, so there's gotta be some sort of something going on there. Alright, Ob Nixilis is going to get down our Restless Vents per usual, and I think we're just gonna go ahead and drop down the Sell-Sword. Secrets of the Key, what the heck is that? Investigate if the spell... Okay, I haven't seen... What's up with these blue decks? And playing these, like, weird things I've never really seen before, but, okay. Let's go for the Callous Sell-Sword. We do need fodder for the Ob Nixilis. Ob Nixilis, of course, is wonderful versus blue decks, just because they can't counter both Ob Nixilis on the stack, so it's always great. Got the Pugnacious Hammerskull, and I think I'm going to swing in here, and then just go for Ob Nixilis. Sure, sounds good to me. I do like this, like I said, the Sell-Sword is just such a nice little, like, utility Swiss knife, what is it called? I don't know what I'm saying. Swiss Army knife, is that what it's called? Hopefully, or else I sound really, really dumb. I usually do, but... Alright, Ob Nixilis come out, and we get 2 of them.
I'm the new...
See, okay, make this... That's okay, though. We at least still get 1, and that's why Ob Nixilis is so awesome. So I'm going to go for the +1 here. Yeah, that's just going... So Ob Nixilis is just going to be like a thorn in your side for the rest of the game. I'm just going to keep doing it. Maybe we, So I got the Feel of Ruin, so I can't really go for Restless Vents effectively, so that kind of sucks, but I think we're just going to keep popping them for 2. If they don't want to discard, that's fine. If they don't want to play ball, we'll shake them down heavy. Alright, so I think what we do here... I think we just I'm going to go for the Shakedown Heavy. The problem with the Archfiend of the Dross is I don't know for a fact if they dissipate. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say, I don't know for a fact if it's even going to resolve. And the Archfiend of the Dross do have the oil counters, but yeah, like I said, the counter is just going to make it through that. So another Shakedown Heavy. I think this is pretty standard. I want to go for the Restless Vents, but yeah, these Field of Ruins are just going to hold us back. Well, maybe I don't even want to go for the Field of Ruin. I mean, I want to dig for my fight rigging. I do need a little bit more land, but like things aren't bad right now. I think we're just going to drop down a Shakedown Heavy. Sure.
Is my entertainment.
No counterspell, so this does resolve, so that's wonderful. So let's go, let's see if they go for the Field of Ruin here. Silver Scrutiny, wow, okay, so this is kind of a weird deck. Blast Zone, okay, I'm actually a huge fan of Blast Zone. I actually just started playing it recently. I actually played it in a few historic decks recently, and I think for decks that don't really have ways to deal with it, like mono blue or like red or something like that, like Blast Zone is pretty good. I kind of like it. Fading Hope is annoying. Fading Hope is very, very annoying. Gets rid of our... It doesn't even like get rid of our big creatures, but it just makes it so that we can't counter them. That's really annoying. So I think we'll just go ahead and play it again. Ob Nixilis. You know what? I mean... I'm actually going to do this just because of the Blast Zone. If you look, what they can do is they can put Chew. So let's not go for the Shakedown Heavy. Let's go for Archfiend of the Dross because there's the converted mana cost is 4. Syncopate is unfortunate, so that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, they have 4 mana open, so they can put 2 charge counters on the Blast Zone, and they can just blow up the Blast Zone and my Ob Nixilis, which I do not appreciate. So I guess we'll do this instead. Let's go ahead and just pepper them a little bit. I am kind of debating though, going for another token, just because the Blast Zone is gonna make their the token makes the Blast Zone a lot more annoying. Definitely a weird matchup here. Restless Vents. Yeah, I keep naturally gravitating towards it. Let's go ahead and just do this right now. So if they go, okay, I was gonna say, okay, so they're going for Field of Ruin, but then we're still gonna get down the Shakedown Heavy. I think this is okay. And then we kind of, they can't go for the Blast Zone on our Ob Nixilis as heavy. So let's go ahead and do this. That's fine. Guess we'll just take black. That's fine. And then we can go ahead and drop down our Shakedown Heavy. I think that's an okay move. I'm not really sure how I feel about this Blast Zone. They still actually can go for the dang, I screwed that up really badly. Because yeah, now they can go for Blast Zone and put 2 counters on it here. Yeah, I definitely did my math wrong, so that was a pretty big misplay on my part. So yeah, let's not drop down the Shakedown Heavy because I saw that they could. Ugh, that feels unfortunate, but they go for Blast Zone. Okay, so this is not that bad. This is not that bad. They use all of this to get rid of my Ob Nixilis, which is not really the end of the world. And we still have these 3 drops in our hand that we can drop. So not too bad. This actually isn't too bad. Despite the mental goof up there. And a swing in. Yep. Down to 10 they go. I mean, they can't keep taking this forever. And now, let's go for... We have... I don't want to drop Ziatora. Let's drop Shakedown Heavy and a Pugnacious Hammerskull. Out of air, counter target spell. That's fine. Sure. Hopefully they're not packing another counter spell, but even if they are, I mean, they only have 2 more cards in their hand. They can't just do this forever. So I got a 6/4, I got a 1/1, and I got a Ziatora to push for game now. Okay. Oh, we got a fight rigging too. So we even got a fight rigging. 1, 2. So is it Ziatora or fight rigging? I think we'll just go for fight rigging. I mean, why not? We do put +1/+1 counters on things, so it's kind of syncopate. That's fine. They're gonna syncopate our Ziatora anyway. So let's swing in here. The only problem with the Shakedown Heavy is obviously they can take it out of combat, but we do draw cards that way. So I mean, like whatever, we're getting there. Sure. And now we can hope Tear Asunder. Like this isn't looking that bad. I think we're just kind of hanging in there, bobbing and weaving. More land. It's fine. It does really suck that they can take down the Shakedown Heavy from combat. That does suck, but swing on in here. More land, okay. I mean, we're getting them down slowly. All right, let's drop this, and let's just drop it. Ziatora, the Incinerator. Love this card so much. Ah, gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. I was really, really hoping they would not have anything for this. That sucks a lot. Ziatora gets countered late in the game like that. That is brutal, but Secrets of the Key, okay. This sucks. Let's go for maybe... I guess let's just force them to use this, I guess. It doesn't feel good. Yeah, they're gonna just activate in response, but like, I don't know. It's actually kind of scary. I mean, I don't know. One card in their hand. Clue. Okay. I think we're sitting okay. The only problem with the Shakedown Heavy is, ooh, gosh, with the Shakedown Heavy, and now we don't have any more Restless lands or anything like that. And okay, now we got the Restless Cottage, but they also have the Field of Ruin. But eventually, they are gonna thin out our deck. So, you know, I'm just kind of waiting for like the Haughty Djinn, waiting for something. I mean, there's another Ziatora. So, if we use Ziatora to like just crack down the Shakedown Heavy, I think that's pretty good. I don't really think I'm going to go for Restless Vents. I think we're just going to go for Ziatora. Hopefully Ziatora can finish this match. All right, another Restless Cottage. Ooh, yeah. Maybe I should have swung with Shakedown Heavy just because now we can't get down that Restless Cottage. But hopefully it doesn't matter. Ziatora, the Incinerator. Hopefully we can kind of just use this to... Oh, gosh darn it. I was going to blow up the Shakedown Heavy. That would have been lethal. They counter my Ziatora. My goodness, this is getting aggravating. We just can't finish the game. Field of Ruin kills our... Yep, okay. Dang. One more forest. We still have another Restless Cottage. That is huge, though. That's huge. I really wish I would have dropped that Restless Cottage down. I guess that's just kind of a sequencing error there. Let's go ahead and swing in. I mean, we're hanging in there. But if we keep drawing another Shakedown Heavy, I mean, okay. Down to 5 they go. This is a funny match. I'm enjoying this though. Like, win or lose, whatever they do. I mean, I'm just scared of the Haughty Djinn, obviously. Oh, Hullbreaker Horror. Oh my god. Okay, so this is what they're kind of like building up into. Let me. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't even go for March of Wretched Sorrow. Oh my gosh. This is not good. This is a little scary. Okay. Fight rigging's pretty good. Oh god. Okay. What is the play here? I guess it's fight rigging. I mean, they can obviously bounce. They don't. So are they gonna bounce whatever I play? I'm wondering. Okay, so Gix's command can kind of just take care. Gix's command can just take care of the Hullbreaker Horror. Cool. Okay. Even if they bounce it, they can bounce the spell. Let's go for Restless Cottage. I mean, they only have 5 life. This is scary. Ooh, man. I'm not feeling too good here. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do this for 8. Alright, let's tap out. If they want to use a card to bounce it, that's fine. We'll still have it. We'll go back to our hand, make disappear. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh, God. Alright, I'm swinging all. Shakedown Heavy. I mean, they have to remove both of these from combat. They can block one with the Hullbreaker Horror, and then we do get the swing. So, Secrets of the Key. Here we go. They're going to bounce. Wait, they bounced that. Clue token. I mean, we still have 2 Shakedown Heavies here. Secrets of the Key. Bounce one of these. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it all. Good game.